Welcome to my channel Handmade in Marbella. My name's Jeanette. This is episode 4 of my Granny Square series, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a front post granny square. I'll be using an Aran weight yarn and a 5mm hook. The yarn I'm using is listed in the description below, along with an affiliate link if you wish to purchase the same yarn. If you do purchase through this link, I will earn a few cents, but you will not pay any extra. So we make this square in the same way as we would an ordinary granny square, the only difference being the front post stitches every so often. So we start with a slip stitch and 4 chains. And we join the chains to make a circle. And in that circle we're going to do a double crochet. I'm using UK terms, but I'll also put the US terms at the top of the screen. So a double crochet and chain, that counts as the first treble. Then 2 more trebles. Then 2 chains, 3 trebles, 2 chains, and again 3 more trebles in the same center hole, two more chains, and finally 3 trebles. And then we join the square in this stitch here, which is the first full treble stitch. In the top of that stitch we're going to do a half treble. Using this stitch in the corner means that you end up exactly in the corner, so it makes it easier to start the next round. Turn the yarn over, so keeping your yarn at the front, and in the first corner hole we do a double crochet and chain and 2 treble crochets, exactly the same as you would in an ordinary granny square. Then we go to the corner and we do 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. The next corner again the same, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, another corner, 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. And in the final corner was where we started. We've already got the first 3 trebles in, so in this space we do 3 trebles, and then the same as we did on the first round, we join with a half treble into the space at the top of the first full treble. Cut the yarn, pull it through, and that's the end of the first 2 rounds. Turn your work over again, ready for the third round. So for the third round we take our second colour and we're going to start with a standing treble. So to do this, you make a slip stitch on your hook, and then we're going to do a standing treble. So yarn over the, keep hold of the loop that's on your hook, don't let it go because it'll twist around. So yarn over, hook through the hole, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So exactly the same way as you make a normal treble, you just weren't attached before you started. So now we make 2 normal trebles. And in the next space now, for a granny square, we would just do 3 treble stitches. But we're going to do a treble, and then a front post treble and a treble in the same space. So first of all, we do a normal treble. We're going to do the front post treble into this stitch in the first row. So we're going to go behind the middle treble. Okay, so the hook goes behind the middle treble. We're going to make the stitch in there. So for a front post treble, you need an extra loop. So we put the yarn round twice, then put the hook behind that middle treble in the first row, yarn over, pull the yarn up a little bit so you've got a little bit more slack, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you made a longer stitch because it has to reach all the way down into the first row. And then in the same space as the first treble was, so behind here, in the same space, we do a normal treble. So we've done 3 trebles, exactly the same, but the middle one reaches down into the first row. On the corner, we just do normal 3 trebles. Two chains and 3 trebles. Then in this middle space, we're going to do the same thing again with the front post treble. So we do a normal treble first, and then we're going to go, the next stitch will be behind the middle treble on the first row. So we put the yarn round twice. That's the only difference from the normal treble. Then put the hook around the stitch, yarn over, pull through. So now you have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2 to make the longer stitch. And then the third treble goes in the same space as the first one. Then in the corner is a normal corner, 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. Then in this middle space, we have to do the front post treble again. So a normal treble. Second, the front post treble has yarn round twice behind the middle treble of the first row. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2. And then a normal treble still in the same space as the first one. Then we come to the corner, which is a normal corner, 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. Chains, 3 trebles, and then once more in the middle space we're going to do a treble, front post treble and treble. So the treble first, yarn over twice, put the hook behind the middle treble of the first round, yarn over, pull through to leave 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then a final treble in that same space. Then back to the original corner, 3 trebles, join with a half treble. This time, because we started with a standing treble, we can actually go into the top of that stitch. So a half treble into the top of the first treble. There we can see we've done the one in each side, the front post trebles. Turn your work, and this row is just a normal row. We're not going to do any front post trebles. We're going to start with the double crochet and chain, 2 trebles, and then we're going to do 3 trebles in each space. In the corner, 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles all the way around till we get back there. So if you want to pause the video and catch up with me at the end. So when we get all the way around, in the final corner we do 3 trebles as normal. And then join with a half treble into the top of the first full treble at the beginning of the round. And then we cut the yarn and pull the end through the last loop. So from the back, this is obviously, we'll be working on the back this time, so there's no, we can't see the front post trebles, but we turn back round to the front. We can see each of the front post trebles, and then on the next row, row number 5, in the next colour, we'll have opportunity to make 3 front post trebles. So every space along the side will have a front post treble, just nothing in the corners. So we take the third colour, and once again we start with a standing treble with a slip stitch and then the standing treble into a corner. And then 2 normal trebles. And then in the first space we're going to do a normal treble and then a front post treble, so yarn over twice, and now this time we're going to go into the middle, behind the middle treble in the previous row. So not the space on the 4th row, but the treble in the 3rd row. Yarn over, pull through twice, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, the same. And then another treble to complete that stitch into the same space. And then again in the next space, the same thing, treble. This time we're going to go, we don't go behind, well, it is behind the stitch in the previous row, but it's actually the treble that we did on the front post treble we did on the previous row. So yarn over twice, behind the treble, so you've got a lot of space there to work with. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you make it in exactly the same way, it's just the placing of the stitch is slightly different. And then 1 more treble in the space. This time we just have the normal stitch below to stitch into. So 1 normal treble, yarn over twice, put your hook behind the treble in the row below, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2, and then a treble to finish. The corner as normal, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. And then we start again with the front post treble. So in the next space, a normal treble, front post treble into the stitch, the middle stitch on the row below, yarn over twice, hook through behind the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2, and a treble in the same space. The middle one, we already have the front post treble below, so we just go behind that stitch. So a treble in the space first, yarn over twice, go behind the front post treble from below, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2, and then a normal treble in the same space behind. Then in this one, normal treble, yarn over twice, the hook goes behind the middle treble of the row below, and then a final treble. Back to the corner, normal corner, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, and then we do the same, a treble, a front post treble and a treble in each space along. So I'll meet, if you want to pause the video, and I'll meet you back at the end. So we finished that round with 3 trebles in the final corner. And join into the top of the standing treble, join it with a half treble. Turn over your work, and then as always we start with a double, a chain and 2 trebles, and then we're going to go all the way around just like a normal granny square with 3 trebles in each space along the side, and in the corners 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. So it's just a normal round of a granny square. So I'll meet you back at the end. So when you get to the end of that round, you join up and finish off the colour as you always do. If you're making all the squares in this series, this is the size the square needs to be. So that will be the end. So now you can tie in all your ends. Of course, if you want to, you can just carry on in the same way with more colours. And remembering that the corners are just 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. In each, the first space, we do the front post treble into the middle stitch of the row below to go behind the middle stitch of the row below. All the ones in between, it's easier, we just go behind the front post treble we made on the previous row. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If so, please consider subscribing and turn on the notifications if you want to be notified when the next video is out. The next video is going to be a sunburst granny square. And again, this square will be the same size as all the others, so it fits the blanket that we're going to make at the end.